I want to thank everybody for joining us. I'm MLA Brad Rutherford and the MLA for Leduc-Beaumont. And I want to welcome everybody here to the riding today, obviously for an exciting announcement about schools, which are always a foundation in any community. Today, we're standing at the site for the Ofeo school, which is opening a brand new high school for the Black Gold school district. And so it's exciting for me to have this school in the community. And I know we're going to be talking about other schools that are happening in and around this region. But thank you for being here in Leduc. The name of the school is actually a Cree word for taking flight. And as it was discussed, before and yesterday, it's such an important reference, I think, for the students in their education and moving beyond their education and getting into the community and post-secondary, whatever they choose to do. But also for this region, we have the airport, visible just north of here, and talking about the development and how that all ties together. So I want to thank everybody again for being here. I'm going to invite Minister Panda to come up and give some opening remarks and comments and the other introductions for all our guests that are here today. Minister, would you feel free to come up and join us? Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Brad, for that introduction. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for taking time to join us today. I really want to thank my colleague and local MLA, Brad Rutherford, being such a strong advocate for this region. In fact, just yesterday, he was in my office inquiring about the progress of all the infrastructure construction projects in this area. And it's nice to have so many people join us here today. I appreciate you taking the time to join me this morning. I'm very happy that we are doing this event earlier in the day as the Battle of Alberta takes place tonight. And I need to watch the Flames show the Oilers how the real hockey looks like. And to kick things off, I would like to take a moment to introduce the representatives here today from each of the five high schools we are celebrating. Thank you for coming and welcome. Sandra Palazzo, the board chair for Edmonton Catholic Schools. Trisha Estabrooks, board chair for Edmonton Public Schools, as well as Christopher Wright, managing director of EPS Infrastructure. Colette Winter, Director of Operations for Rocky View School. In fact, she drove all the way and she had a near miss this morning, and thank God she's here safe. And also folks from Alberta Infrastructure and Bird Concert partners and Ainsworth and everyone, thank you. I'm so happy you could all join on the construction site of the future Leduc High School. I would also like to acknowledge Ian Podmore, the project lead for Concert Bird Partners. The Concert Bird team is integral to why we are here today, celebrating construction start on 5 new Alberta high schools. Last fall, following a competitive procurement process, Concert Bird Partners was the successful proponent contracted to provide 5 new high schools through a public-private partnership or P3 delivery method. Through this partnership, Alberta's government is saving taxpayers $114.5 million to deliver much-needed high schools in Black Falls, Edmonton, Langdon, and Leduc. This is saving achieved for Alberta taxpayers over the price it would cost the government to provide the 5 new high schools using traditional delivery methods. So it's a big win for taxpayers and for students. Today we are here to keep the celebration going, not just the celebration of Flames winning the Game 5 tonight, but I'm pleased to announce that all 5 schools are on track to open for about 7,000 students by September 2024. As you can see here on the Leduc High School site, construction work has recently started, and while crews have stopped work momentarily for today's event, you would otherwise see they're busy installing site service connections. Taking a quick drive into Edmonton, you would see similar construction activity underway on the new Catholic school in the Heritage Valley community, and in Edmonton Southeast, where construction began last fall on the public high school site, you would see the facility starting to take shape. Structural steel is going up, and the concrete grade beam is being poured. Traveling south to Langdon, the contractor has just mobilized on site and is setting up trailers and fencing. And in Black Falls, preparations are underway to mobilize crews and equipment on site in June. So I'm super excited for these communities. These P3 school projects are injecting millions of dollars into local communities and supporting about 1,700 construction jobs. It's also supporting jobs that ripple out from the construction worksite to benefit Alberta manufacturers, suppliers, and trucking companies. And it is supporting jobs and economic activity in area coffee shops, grocery stores, and gas stations as these businesses see increased traffic from the work underway. Long after the construction is complete, these new high schools will ensure ongoing community based jobs in programming, operations, and maintenance. And of course, communities and families will benefit long into future as a result of their new schools. These state-of-the-art learning facilities will ensure thousands upon thousands of future high school students have the modern schools they need in which to learn, grow, and succeed. This bundle of P3 schools are hardly the only school projects underway. In fact, there are more than 20 school projects underway in the capital region alone, creating thousands of jobs and thousands more student spaces. Those 20 in capital region are part of the 66 schools underway across Alberta. My ministry has also important projects like South Edmonton Hospital, the Misericordia Hospital, long-term care centers, and dozens of maintenance projects underway across Edmonton and the capital region. And here in Leduc, our federal provincial municipal cost sharing arrangement known as ISIP is building transit and repairing the Leduc Rec Center's ice chiller, and our agri-value processing business incubator will be completed in this fall. Work is taking place across the province, creating jobs and building our province for the future. Now, I would like to invite Ian Podmore, project lead for Concert Bird Partners, to say a few words. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. So hi, my name's Ian Podmore. I'm the project lead for Concert Bird Partners. I'm working with a large team here to deliver these amazing schools. I'd like to take this opportunity first to thank the Alberta government and each of the 5 school divisions for having the courage and fortitude to use the public-private partnership model. As the minister outlined, it's created a lot of value for money, but I think it's also relevant to point out that it's protecting the taxpayers as we go forward, especially as we look at construction market as heated and challenging as we have right now. And secondly, I'd like to thank those for engaging with us as trusted partners. The members at Alberta Infrastructure, the 5 school divisions, and the municipalities have been amazing to work with. And having been involved in many school bundled P3s in the past, I can tell you that these projects don't just happen. They put a lot of demand on everyone involved. And I can only imagine that for those that have been involved in the project much longer than ourselves, that a milestone like today has been hard-earned and long-awaited. I'd also like to thank Bird Construction and Wright Construction. They're the partners that are really taking on the construction work head on and tackling the challenges that we'll foresee over the next time, and they'll do that. They'll do it well. And I'd also like to say that delivering these projects actually isn't possible without the participation of the broader Alberta construction industry. We've been privileged to date to have the support of that industry, to have significant uptake from local Albertan subcontractors and suppliers. And I'm pleased to report that across the scopes of work that we've awarded so far on the project, 95% of that has gone to Alberta-based businesses, and 100% of that work has gone to businesses holding offices here. What that means is really all of the work that you see today and across all of the sites, and the work that you'll see for the next scopes and mobilizations on site are being done by local Albertans. And we will continue to work hard to keep that trend growing. I'd like to also point out that given the scope of these schools and the geographic dispersion, we're able to break these packages up, and it's not just that it's going to large-scale contractors, it's going to every scale of contractor in the industry as we work to determine what works best for each of the sites. But I know, having been the son of a school teacher and having been raised in a family of educators, and having been a bit of a difficult child myself, the real work begins once the schools are built. I would far rather be coordinating sub-trades and contractors than putting together a lesson plan for teenagers. So with that, I'd really say that the hard work will begin once the schools are delivered, and we thank you for putting your trust in us. We'll be sure to deliver this on time, on budget, so that the real benefit of these schools can be brought to bear once we open the doors. Thank you.
Well, thank you for everybody who's joining us today, and this is always exciting for a community to get a brand new high school, especially here in Leduc. Now, I work very closely, obviously, with the Black Gold School Division. They're a great team. I've always been welcomed, always great discussion and feedback from them. But it takes a lot of people, as we've heard from the last few speakers. It takes a lot of people to get a project like this put together and seen to the end. And I want to thank everybody who's building it, all the school boards who have had their input, Alberta Infrastructure and Alberta Education as well. And I got to tell you, as an MLA, the government's always had an open door for me to be able to pitch the projects. As Minister Panda has alluded to, there are others in Beaumont that we'll be talking about shortly. But I just want to correct Minister Panda. I don't think the Calgary Flames have felt comfortable since the second period of Game 1. And I look forward to a good Oilers win tonight. So with that, I will close, and we will take a photo op. So if everybody wants to come join us who is a part of that. Thank you.